Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us this morning. At 9 a.m., we will close our social media and continue on Zoom only. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. We'll be there until 10 a.m. You can join us now, and we'll see you in the Elizabeth Zoom room. Today, your hosts are Queen Aduni and Danny Stillwell.
And Lolly Mariah. Grand Rising.
Ooh, rising, hat.
Grand Rising.
Yes.
Wonderful to be here.
I know, right?
Yes.
It's so true, because some people woke up to a very dreary day of finding out that someone they love will no longer wake up with them. So I'm glad to see you all. Oh my goodness.
Amen.
Especially my sister.
Amen. How's everybody?
I'm great.
Oh, well, you look great, but you always do.
Well, on Friday, I gotta get a little cute.
You got to get a little
Because
cute.
we the host, but whatever way you come, whatever way, know, is wonderful as long as you show up. Like show up.
Show up. And that's with anything in your life. Can you show up in it? Just show up? I've gotten so many blessings by just being someplace and just being, and so just show up. And be you. And be you.
And be you.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be me.
I gotta be me.
I gotta be me. Who else could I be? I just gotta be me.
Now I can be
me.
Okay. I can be a piss po Aduni. I can be a piss po Aduni. But baby, I can be a fabulous Danny. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
I mean, like, I don't do that. Why is she doing that? I don't do that. Yeah. Grand Rising. Oh God, I just can say it over and over. How you doing this morning, Mama Everette?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah.
How was this week for you on Elizabeth? All the stuff we talked about this week, boy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was fantastic.
As always. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. It always is.
How about you, Deetra?
This week has been wonderful. I mean, I'm getting settled in and things are going pretty smooth. So I'm taking it one day at a time and it's been great.
Yeah. And our co-host, our new co-host,
Lolly.
You guys don't know. I found out stuff about Lolly. It's going to come out this month, next month.
All right.
Now she's wondering what?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Hope it's good.
You want to grand rise this morning and welcome the ladies, Lolly?
Yes, Grand Risings. I know that even if today has not started the way that you wanted it to, you are still here and breathing and living, and we are in communion together, and I love it. So I hope that the rest of your day is just guided by light, and let's get it started. Let's get it kicking.
Yeah.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, Juanita.
Grand Rising, my sisters.
Used to be here every day, but then life took another turn and said, "You better get out there and make some money, girl."
Ooh.
Yes.
So you can pay the internet bill, so you can come on.
Do what I gotta do financially. Yes.
Yeah.
But y'all know you always in my hearts. Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Grand Rising.
Yeah, I'm coming to you.
Girl.
Let's see, Mama Hetheru. Come on and say hi. or good morning. No, good morning. No morning. No morning.
Greetings, earthlings.
Yeah. That's the right word. Earthlings.
Earthlings. I love it.
Oh my goodness gracious. Wait, let me see if I can do that. Is it okay? Stay like that and stay like, yeah.
Hi, Edwanna. Oh my gosh. And Lolly and Evelyn and Danny and Juanita and Deetra and Queen Aduni. Greetings.
And Empress, come on and say hi,
There
girl.
who's hiding? Who's hiding? Come out of hiding.
Empress is always a little bit, and then she pops in. She's one of them, firecrackers. She just pops in and blow our mind and then step back and
step back. Now do something with that, will you not?
I'm just excited today. As I learn more and more about each one of you, I am so grateful to be in your lives and have you in my life. And I just want you all to know that.
Likewise.
That we are in the will of God. We sure are. Can you feel that we are in the will of God?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. You're right, like smack dab, like when God just takes you in your bosom, in his bosom, and she rocks you, and you just, she probably got some big breasts where you just slide.
She do. She a big breasted God, okay?
Like my granny.
Got enough milk for all of us, right?
Yes.
And you know what? For you to say that really leads us into our reading today.
Oh, awesome. Well, go
ahead.
It
is so apropos. Oh my God. Oh, my Savior, God.
Yes.
My soul clings to you. My soul clings to you. Your right hand upholds us. We know that you use difficult times to strengthen us spiritually. You, as gold, is refined by fire. So our faith is refined by trials to prove that it is genuine.
Yeah.
As we cling to you in the midst of adversity, our faith grows stronger and we find comfort in you with them big breastises. Oh! When we endure trials in dependence on you, we gain confidence that we can cope with future hardships. More and more, we are able to trust that you will always help us in our times of need.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, can I say in the middle of the night?
Yes.
Or in the midst of tough times, we remember that your right hand is supporting us. This hand holds us up, is super strong. There's no limit to how much support you can provide. So when we're feeling a little overwhelmed, we won't give up. And instead, we'll look to you and your strength. Your hand is not only powerful, but it is righteous.
Yeah.
We love the assurance you give us in your word. Do not fear, my child, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, and I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. In the powerful name of Jesus and all that is good and holy, we say amen.
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 Amen. Ashe. Hallelujah.
You got a righteous right hand that when you are in tough times or whatever it is, you can just feel that right hand right there at the base of your back, just and you up saying, it's all right, my child, I got you.
Yes.
Go ahead. You might be going through a little something right now, but guess what? You ain't going through it alone. That's what I got you.
Amen.
I got you. Yeah. I remember when God spoke through tongues and interpretation, and one of the things, because brings it back to me all the time, where in the interpretation, God would say, I got you. I got you. So no matter what's happening in your life, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. Yeah, yeah. That was beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Mm-hmm. I want to share. I'm going to pull this up because I want you all to read this with me in your. Now, because I'm going to read. I want everybody muted so we don't have different voices coming over. But I'm gonna post this affirmation so that we can all read it together. Let me see here. Here it is. Y'all see that?
Yes.
All right. Let me see. Trying to move y'all out the way. I'll put that down there. Okay. All right. I'm going to read it. You guys, please read it. Well, if you want to read it with me. This is from Dr. Michael Beckwith from Agape, and it is the oath of manifestation. I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected healing, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways from unexpected places in my life and the life of others. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. My acceptance makes it real and opens the space for manifestation to rush in. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I want you in your own, I want you to say that first line. Through this oath of manifestation, what, sisters? All things are possible. I declare absolutely that I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening right now. I open to receive more abundance and to give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous, I need never worry again. I am grateful for all that I already have and grateful for all that I am ready to give. To keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what the appearances are. God is all there is. I let the God times roll, and so it is. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Woo.
You know, I did a 40-day prosperity plan, and that oath of manifestation, I said every day for 40 days.
All right.
Baby, ooh, you could just feel things lifting. And I was just letting the God times roll, baby.
Yes, yes.
God times roll.
We did it at the shop one time, and it was flowing through.
Yes.
Prosperity was happening, cars coming, houses, everything. And so much so, now we'll never do this again now. So much so they was like, oh, too much, too much, because the blessings flow. And sometimes we're not ready for them. So we're ready for it this time.
Yes.
I would like to declare August as Prosperity Month.
Yeah.
Oath of manifestation. I will post this. Where can I do that? I think I have everybody's I have everybody, yeah.
We're gonna take that typo out, right?
What's the typo, baby?
God
If
is
at the bottom, if.
the is and that if.
Oh,
Yes.
God is.
you got to remove the if.
Yes.
God is all this.
Yes, because it is so.
Yes.
It is so. So so that if we do that for 40 days, that's that break the bad habits 40 days. And all we're asking is that you read this every day. You have it.
Look here.
I know that's right.
This 40-day, look, this 40-day prosperity plan, baby. 40 days. Read that oath of manifestation. And it was one word that I added where it said, I declare.
Yeah.
I put in, I decree and declare.
Okay, let me see that. Where is that? At the bottom?
It's down, yeah. It's at where is it?
Oh, after it says
okay, yeah, all things
now.
are possible. I declare. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I added decree. I decree and declare. Yes, Lord. I wanted everything covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Look, I got a whole book of prosperity. That oath of manifestation got me through. It's amazing that you so on it this morning, Queen Aduni.
Girl, we in sync with each other.
Girl, come on now.
Yes.
I tell you, and it's right here. Look, I got money. Look at here. I got money and all of that just flowing in the book. I tell you.
Yeah. So let's just create this right now. That as here's our daily statement, and then you can just put more things that help you. We're going to say another one, but we're going to do a little work on that one. Right here in class, in session today. And it's well, I'll tell you when we get to that, but and just put things that make you feel prosperous, and why don't we all just make a notebook and we'll share it on the 40th day. Yeah. Those things that give you joy and happiness. Sometimes it's just a picture. When I'm going through Facebook and I'm scrolling and a picture of a baby comes up that is just darling, I would put that in there. That brings me joy, because you have to be in a state of joy for this to happen. Yes. Because the prosperity is not only the money, that prosperity is the evidence of your joy. Yes. We are that. God put that in this joy. We are joy. Yet we suppress because of the happenings of life. Well, not the next 40 days. None.
Yes.
And we break whatever that thing is, and each of us know what it is individually. That thing that stops you or slows you down or causes you to question yourself, all of that. Put the stuff that gives you that, make you jump, make Elizabeth come forth. Pictures of your what your vision is, and all of that, those things, the songs, write the song down and get the album cover or something and put it in there. Whatever that is, your favorite food, whatever that is, in 40 days. And we'll start the 1st of August so we can get our things together. And August is going to be our creativity month. The month of creativity.
And Saturday, the first Saturday in August is Creators Day.
Yes. Yes.
For all who want to join us at the Temple of I Am, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., we dedicate that day to the Creator.
Saturday?
Yep, the first Saturday in August, August 6th. That's Creators Day. Mm-hmm. If you guys should come for any of the services or any parts of that, just let the ushers know to let me know that you're there.
Okay.
But it's a powerful day, but I just love that this is coming forth in August, in the month where the first Saturday is Creators Day. And I hope some of y'all will join. We do.
No,
type it in the chat.
Type the information in the chat where you're at, where it's at.
All right. Great. Thanks. Love y'all.
Awesome.
Can I just say one thing very quickly?
Yes.
You know, abundance is not just, as Aduni says, is the elimination of debt. But debt is not always money.
Yeah.
Debt can be lack of spirit. Debt can be lack of love. Debt can be lack of compassion. So it's not just a money thing, okay? So when we talk about abundance and we're talking about an overall experience of blessings, you know, whatever they may look like in your heart, in your mind, in your expression, you know, all of it is abundance. And so this 40-day, there is a book called The 40-Day Prosperity Plan. It's by what is his name? John Randolph Price. It's a little bitty book. I don't know where my book is. I got my workbook, but I don't know where the little bitty book is, but it's a 40-day plan. And Dr. Michael Beckwith has that 40-day process as well. So I'm just excited and I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, because I'm about to bounce off of my chair. Okay.
Can you type that in the name of the book in the chat?
Yes. And what I will do, I will send you, Aduni, like some sheets and worksheets and stuff like that for you to send out to everybody, and they can add into. You know what? I got binders for specific, you know, and I keep them handy. I got binders for processes and things like that. So you can go to the Dollar Tree, get you a binder, put that in there. And when you work in your process, all of your stuff is together. So I'll put the name of the book in the chat.
Yeah, I'm glad you said the last statement about it doesn't have to be just finances. If you can have all the money in the world and not have a relationship with your grandchild.
Yes. Yes.
That is, and because that brings sadness, or any person, right, that you really, that's dear to your heart, but you can't get to them or whatever, that during that time you're just at odds with one another, and you may not even know why, but that would be what you put in there. You put a picture of the two of you in there together, you know, or you know, just whatever. I'm telling you, we about to bust open here.
Because what we're doing with these days are creating fertile soil. It's a creation of fertile soil. So whatever you plant, it has no choice but to grow.
Yeah.
So it's very mindful about what you're planting. So we have to plant seeds and we have to pull weeds. Okay. Yeah. And so you know, so yeah.
Lolly, what you got to say? I'm pulling you forth today. This is her first real official, you know, we announced you last week, but we ain't gonna sit back, baby. We get to divide this into 3 now.
Don't you just love her beauty and her spirit? Look at her.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I am, first let me say this. I am in a space where I am trying to
No tries.
No tries.
Okay, stop right there. Great. Stop right there. Stop right there.
I got you.
Okay, Mama Heth, give her the rule, the try rule. Go ahead and tell her what the rule is.
You owe 10. You owe 10. Okay. So the word, the 3-letter word is 10 push-ups when you use it, and 20 if you add ing. You'll either have better arms or better language. So we gotta do. Do
So do I need to do the push-ups now, or
No, you can get them later.
It's all up to you. It's all up to you. I only add them up. I don't keep, you are accountable to yourself for those.
Yes.
Go ahead, Lolly.
Awesome. Well, what I am saying is that in this time right now, especially in a very specific moment, I am working on my abundance and prosperity. And actually at this very second, I'm getting some messages back and forth from people. So it's like, it's a little distracting. But yeah, I'm working to develop this. And I think what we spoke on the 40 days, that challenge, reading those affirmations, and Mama Heru, I saw in the chat, you said, putting it into your daily ritual. And I think really like taking a moment to, if you don't have a daily ritual, so like me, my days, I have a ritual that I have written down. Now, is it daily is the real question. No. So speaking to myself and to others, if there isn't a daily ritual that is established and being in process, I think that is something that would be really imperative, especially for the month of August, as we push forward, because if we can really, tap into this manifestation of our abundance and our prosperity, that's going to require us to really sit down and put in the work ourselves.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? There was our book. I like the notebook. There was something else I was going to say, and it completely just slipped my mind. But that's something that I definitely want to work on. Oh, that's what it was. And, speaking of the creative and being the first Saturday in August, I think that's a really great idea to, really put towards our creativity, because a lot of us are creative in many different ways, and our creativity opens doors for our abundance and prosperity. So we can manifest abundance and prosperity by opening up our minds to our creativity. And it's just so awesome if we can just keep this in motion for the next 40 days. Yes, this is going to be a challenge for me though, because I committing to a daily thing is difficult for me. That's just my truth. But
so I'm going to share this without being disrespectful or anything, but that is not your truth. We talk about our truth and what is truth. Different. That may be what you're experiencing, but what I find, we do things every day that is positive. We do things every day to make even if we're going through something, our challenge and how we're always pushing through. That's positive. To be pushing through. You're pushing through, and who you're being and who you're affecting and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't have to look like what I had on for today. It is just the being of being available, because you're going to go through stuff that day anyway. And just, so I'm saying this to you, Lolly, just your smile, when you smile at people, that's part of it. Yeah. So every day you are being that, but we're just going to be it more consciously now for those 40 days. And when those moments come that is not very, it's not joyful, we're going to recognize it and shift it. We get to shift that doggone thing right then. So it's more just being conscious of it because you can't go 24 hours and be negative the whole 24 hours. You're always pushing through, and that pushing through is where it's positive. It's pushing through that thing. So not taking away that from you, but that's what I just learned from my Course in Miracle about what truth is. And then when we're saying my truth, no, because you are God being, you are that. You just, that's something that That's your reality. Maybe reality is better right now. That's what I'm dealing with, but you're always pushing through. We got to take that work that we're doing as positive.
Yeah.
You know, you don't work to be negative. That just pops up all the time.
Yeah.
But our work is getting past that. So we're always working that. But now, for the next 40 days, we're going to be intentional.
Yeah.
Intentional. Yeah.
And add the word yet. Add the word yet to anything that you are striving, desiring. You know, oh Lord, let me tell you, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but I'm not where I want to be yet. Because yet opens up the spirit of possibilities. Yeah. And you always want to be in the spirit of possibilities. One thing I want to add to for that 40-day prosperity plan, when you start that 40 days, and we don't have to do this, you do how it works for you. If you miss a day, you got to go back to the beginning. Ooh. I have missed a day on the 25th day and had to go back to the beginning. Okay. Look, John Randolph Price ain't playing with this abundance thing. He's not playing. So I just wanted to throw that out there. You miss a day, you got to go back to day one.
Oh, that's worse than that TRYING push-ups.
Right, okay.
Queen Aduni, you gotta do 10 more. You can't spell it either. You can't spell it.
No, I was saying it was in the right context.
I know, but you know. Yeah, I know. Jan said, listen, Jan is a gangster. Jan said, don't even spell it. Sometimes I have to put the letters one over here, one over there. It's all good.
Well, I shall do it. I will do it.
Y'all ain't playing on this here platform, okay?
Yeah.
Mama Heather, and she say, you spelling it, you got to do it, okay?
Wait. You know, when the kids, or when you with somebody and then they spelling something out, you know, on TV, and they spell it, they say, well, by you spelling it, in my mind, I'm having to say what you spelled. So it's the same. The same difference.
Let me just share really quickly. What's funny is when I tell people initially, I don't say the word, right? So I'll say, it's 10 push-ups for that word you're using. So they'll sit there and ponder like, what word? And I'm like, I can't say it. So then, you know, they'll keep going and I'll say 10 push-ups. And then they go, oh, and then they'll say it like 3 more times. I say, you're going to at least do it like 50 times before you realize what's happening here. But it's a change. When you change that language, it's just like this. It's just like this. Yes. You're decreeing. You are demanding. You are, you know, when I hear groups get up, we want to blank to work with children and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, you're doing it already. We're already at a presentation. You know what I mean? You want to make that statement. It is a declaration. Yes. That this is going to happen. And we have to begin to talk like that. That's why we're defeated. You know, that word, you know, are you going to make your graduation? Are you going to graduate? Are you going to, you know, to get your manifestation done, or your abundance journal done, or your gratitude journal? Do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Great day, everybody. Great day. I'm out walking here in LA around my favorite, around my tennis club that I'm a member of. Just wanted to chime in, say, great day. I arrived safe and sound yesterday, and encouraged, inspired, and at home base. And when I heard y'all talking about that word, what I heard for me is, in any given moment, is I'm doing my best. I'm doing and being my best. And that kind of puts a little cool water, kind of a little pull away, a release from that other word. So, and that's what it's feeling like at this point in my life is I am being my best. And in any given moment, I am really doing my very best. So just wanted to share that. That's a great day with you guys.
I'm loving that tie-dye sky you got over there, Mama. That
okay.
sky is purple,
oh, yeah.
pink, and blue. And go ahead, indigo.
Oh my goodness! Because out there it's 5:39 out there in the morning. So you're out there in the sunrise.
Yes, yes, yes. And I thank you for setting my intention to be up at this time with y'all because I was a tired sister yesterday. I was feeling a little tired. So just got to home base and just felt like, my energy. Go get your car. You can drive everywhere. You can be here. You can be there. So a lot of divine energy flowing through. I receive all y'all are sending me because definitely I was gonna need it.
But thanks for joining us.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Juanita?
Yes, it's so awesome to still have you with us, Nawili. And thank you all for all that you're sharing about what we are doing. And I just want to tap into what Mama Het was saying, that Mama Het, when you said this is going to happen, I just want to take that a little further and say this is happening because the roots are growing when we don't see them, even though we don't see the fruit. And it's when it's happening in our minds, it's happening. Even the Bible says that, to take it to something that we don't want to deal with, but for an example, when a man thinks of infidelity, he's already done it, when he thinks in terms of, what he wants to do with someone that's not his wife, he's done it. And that's true for everything, all the positive things. And it goes back to what that piece says about writing it down. That's part of doing it. So thinking it, speaking it, writing it, all parts of those roots of us doing it. I just want to share that.
Oh, that is so right. It is so right because when you get pregnant, there's that process that has to happen, and that's part of the journey. Before you see it with your eyes, it's part of the journey. So it's like you can't just start from one point and then all the way over here. I'm gonna tell you from my own experience that when that man gave me the keys to that building and I had not set the foundation, it fell apart.
Yes.
Fell apart, right? And so when it shut down, I had to go back, and God said, I said, what happened? He said, well, I showed you that it can happen. It can happen like that. Now I need you to go back and go through the process. Go through that process so that it's stronger. Let me tell you, I got this now. What I'm doing, the manifestation of that, I've been going through the process in these years of creating it the right way, so that there's no, it can't be shaken. It cannot be shaken. And so thanks for sharing that. It's the whole process. And count it all joy.
Yes,
count every process joy, even when you're crying that day because it didn't work out the way you thought it was going to work out. Count it all joy that you saw it then, so it won't catch you later on. Oh, hallelujah. I'm gonna tell you, that's some good talk, Juanita.
Thank you. This is some good talk from all of us. Yes.
Mama, Deetra, what you got to say about that? Because I know you're manifesting, you and your husband are over there like crazy. What you got to say?
Let's see. I love what everyone shared. But truly I feel that we must claim things and see things that we can't see with our eyes, but what's in our heart. We got to see things and state them and claim them. So that's how I feel, and that's truly how I move. It's like I might not see it, but you know what? I speak things as though how they should be.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me a time to talk.
Yes. Lily B, what's up out there in the world? Lily B?
Belle-Hale. She looks like Belle-Hale.
She's always bringing us some sunshine.
Yeah. Green.
I was trying to show you guys this bald eagle that's in the tree. Oh! Hey, I can hear you guys. Belle-Hale, it's a bald eagle in the tree. So I stopped and I wanted you all to see it. I didn't know if you can see it or not, but I just aimed it toward and listened to the conversation.
He's perched right there in the center of the tree.
Yep, absolutely beautiful. It's another one over. It's about I think it's maybe 2 more out here, but I don't see the other one. My sister sees it. But I'm listening to everything you all are saying. I'm enjoying the conversation. I just got off work, so please excuse me if I'm not that vocal. But hi, beautiful people. I love y'all.
Hi, Lily. Don't forget to do your 20 push-ups, honey.
Okay, we'll do. What did I say?
Now you'll remember. You'll know. It's okay.
Oh no, I know the word that you said. Don't say, but I don't even remember if I said it or not. But hey, y'all.
Do your 20. You were actually showing us the bald eagle. I'm just, we're just changing how we talking because you were actually doing it. So that's all.
Okay. Oh, got you. See, it was so clear. Oh, look at these. These are beautiful.
What are those flowers?
Yes.
Flowers?
I didn't even see these. But yes, I heard everything you said, and I'll do it when I get home.
We are obedient.
If nothing else, okay?
Oh my goodness. Listen, we have a wonderful guest here today. I met her, I met Edwanna at my anniversary. And my husband and I, last year, we got married November the 2nd. And so I invited some friends over at my shop, and we had a celebration. And what we did was, I'm gonna pull this down. What we did was we wanted to share with our friends what our vision for our life and for the vision and for Detroit. And it was, and she came with her husband, and I'm gonna tell you, Edwanna, when I met her and her husband, no, I met you at the music symposium. That's where I met the two of you, in your home. And then that's when I invited them to come to our celebration. And what we wanted to do, instead of just partying and getting drunk and all that kind of stuff, we wanted to share with all of our friends what we were up to as a couple. And that's when I, at the symposium, is when I saw her in the midst, her and her husband standing in the midst of all of these bowls and stuff. Our topic was healing. In the morning, we did the business of the music industry. And then the evening, each day, it was 6 days. And in the evening, we had like the first day was the singers, the vocalists. The second day was keyboard players, all keyboard players. The third day was guitar players, bass players, horn players, drums. And so they were part of the the ways of healing through our through music and through, you know, those types of things. And then they came to our celebration and shared what they were up to. So I just like, wow, this is amazing. And the work that they do, and they were doing shows and stuff, you know, where you could come and just be embraced by all the music. Them and a friend, Ken, what's Ken's last name?
Green.
Yeah, Kenneth Green, who my husband knows, and he's as well a musician. So I definitely wanted to have, and I just was looking for an opportunity to invite Edwanna, so that, you know, she wasn't just the wife, but I want her to step into leadership of what she does, because she does this with youth at her school, and how she's using her gift, her passion to bless the world in that way. Because, you know, when you affect one child, you are affecting the world. You don't know who that child is going to be when they grow up. And you don't know you don't even know what they deal with at home, that if they can come to a classroom and just, you know, just be healed during that time. Even if they have to go home, they can remember where they went when they was with Mama Edwanna at school. Could be their escape out of the dealings that they got to deal with during the day. So I am going to ask you ladies to welcome Edwanna and let her do her thing. And I told everybody about we were going to have these bowls and stuff. So I told y'all to get your bowls or whatever if you have some, get your bowls. I play the tambourine.
Welcome.
That's kind of wild, you know, the tambourine. So we won't bring the tambourine. You got yours. So, ladies, welcome. Open your sound, your mic, and just give her some love.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Happy Friday.
Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
I have been holding on here from the joy in just being here, and the power in the voices and the knowledge being shared. It's joyful. So if I'm crying, just know it's cleansing and uplifting, and it's joy. Just understanding community and the power in it, and the more of it that's needed. So there's a lesson in that for me, to continue and be more active in pulling women in, to help them to understand the power in rites of passage, the power in frequency, and the words you speak, how you speak them, and the tools that you use to communicate.
Yeah.
I've worked with people from all walks of life, and the power in, as was just said, getting the youth to understand ways of dealing with the world outside and inward. So one of the things I understood very early on was how I felt, and in ways that I may have felt stifled or stymied or powerless. And I use that reflection to reach out to the children that I teach. And there were so many behaviors that began to be adjusted based on connecting with frequency and the healing of it. So that's where I began. I don't know the way my computer is set up. I am sitting around a lot of different bowls, corresponding with frequencies of the body, chakras, and scale. So I began by just opening up and acknowledging and being receptive. I have brass bowl down here that I just found. And this one I used mostly in the classroom because it is durable, or one like it. And children are hands-on, and I wanted them to be hands-on. I recognized that I had an integrated classroom, which meant that I had young students of, say if it was second grade, I had some young second graders because they entered school early. I had general educational students, special educational students. I had those that were ready for instruction and those that were not. So one of the things I began with was telling them, and a lot of adverse childhood trauma, I let them know that I could make them do nothing. They had power. They had power within to make decisions. And I began to hear the things back that I spoke to them, that they had self-governance, that they were able and capable of making decisions. And just because they may have felt like an emotional outburst, they were in control of self. And so the first time I used this bowl, I had a young man cry out, "Hey, that thing actually calms me down." He was brilliant. It's true. The right frequency begins to resonate and it shifts. That very young man used to cry at the same time every day, needing a nap. Once they began to use the bowls, everything shifted and they began to be more alert. In fact, I began to use the bowls as a center in the classroom. So when they began to feel like they were losing control, they could go to that center, hit the bowl, or just be still and recall. And it was, test scores began to go up. Just positive shifts were happening all over. And I remember administrators coming past, looking in the classroom, wondering what's going on, why that particular group wasn't being, didn't have the negative behavior that they knew them to possibly have. So I've kind of reflect on that, and it brings me so much joy. If I could, I'd like to play a little something for you guys. Okay. You ladies.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Can you imagine the gong at story time?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Just a snippet. As I said, I don't know if you guys, ladies, can see the gongs all around me.
We
But
can't.
I have, okay, let's see. I don't know. I can hold some up.
Okay.
And if you have questions, these are the crystal bowls. My husband is really specializes in the crystal bowls, and they have the color of the chakras.
Oh, wow.
This one, which one is the sacral? It's huge. Perhaps I can induce him to join us in a little bit.
Root.
Yes, we had the pleasure of recording with Kenneth Green just recently. And once I get that back, I couldn't believe the astral trip that we took. It was so phenomenal and just incredible. So I'm still very full. And so I'm here. I'm excited to be here. I am so very pleased and humbled to be here with you ladies.
May I just say that we couldn't see the bowls, but we saw your movements, and it was like a dance. And it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's my other passion. I teach dance, and it's all fluid, you know, and just healing, so healing.
Yeah. You know, I was in my tech thing, you know, make sure everything's being seen. And I was like, well, if she could, you know, do this so we can see what she's doing, which I would like, you know,
okay,
figure out how, but let me say this. And then you hit something that brought me to just be. And then I just went and just began to just close my eyes and just listen. Because if I was meditating, I wouldn't see it anyway. And just be present to the sound, and that was beautiful. But we'll do that, you know, maybe when your husband comes on, so you can pull it back, and then we can see you move around.
Yes.
I'd like to ask about the science of the bowls, the sound and all that. Could you share with us what the science is of it?
There are a lot of studies that just prove that for the meridians, it's just healing. The world was created through what?
The sound, voice.
The sound.
Yeah.
Right. And again, many studies are out there. You can easily Google that shows that it's healing. It shifts. It shifts you within. It can shift the mind, and then you follow. So I remember the first time I was able to have a sound bath. It was so transformative, and it transported me. I remember kind of touching, am I still where I started? Am I still here? But it was so impactful that immediately I began to look about and to come connected. And I have to, it's funny to me, my husband was sleeping. We were playing with singing bowls, and he had not yet been introduced to them. And he said, oh my, when he finally got up, he said, I've been trying to get up for a while, but I was at such peace, and my body was doing things that were positive, and I just want to know what's going on. So as you get more into it, you begin to understand emotions and which bowl impacts different parts of your being, and you utilize those to shift and grow.
I had a comment and then also a question. The comment was similar to Queen Aduni. My head was a little bit of everywhere. Just because I'm thinking I just recently worked with this engineer, and he's like, I'm Grammy or whatever, I'm award winning, blah, 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 but I hated the quality of the session. So that's who was messaging me earlier, and I was so distracted. So in my head, I'm like, well, how do I say this? How do I do this? And then it was something kind of like Queen Aduni said, it was just something that was just like, bing. I was like, okay, I got to come back in the present. I got to be present. So it'd be funny if it was the same frequency. But I really thought that was interesting. But the question was, what, I don't know if it's something in your spirit or what, but what guides you to like, okay, you know what, I'm going to hit this frequency of the sacral chakra right now. I'm going to hit this frequency of the root chakra bowl right now, or I'm going to, which bowl am I going to use? Like, what is it in your spirit, or what tells you to hit a certain frequency? Or do you have like a routine that you created?
All of the above. You know, sometimes you can go into a session with an intent because you have a specific group of individuals that you're playing for or working for healing towards. And in that process, spirit is going to tell you when to begin, when to end, and how intensely to play. It is innate and intuitive. And of course, you can practice and study, and as you become more involved, your inner voice, spirit, leads you through that.
Where is your school located?
Well, currently, she said at the school that I was working with last, I'm no longer there.
Oh, okay.
I work with individuals or may get invited to a particular session or a particular group of people. So I think you may have spoken something though, something of truth. Perhaps there's a school in the immediate future. So I thank you for that thought.
I'm thinking my grandson's school would be very receptive to this. Very receptive. And when you talk about being able to hit a certain note and calm them down, my grandson needs that sometimes, you know. And yeah, I'm thinking
I'd love to learn more about the school. I'd like to say this though. There's a certain frequency that's going to resonate with us as individuals, and being able to do so for self is a wonderful thing. And having the confidence in knowing that truth is, it just is. And sometimes you may not have the verbiage to articulate that space you're in, but that frequency knows it. And you can just know.
He plays, he's going into another instrument, but he started out with the violin because they start out with the violin. And so he's musically inclined because of his dad too. So yeah.
I wish more schools would be open to it. It shifted adverse behavior in the classroom with me. It really did. And again, once they understood that they could self-regulate, and I'm not in charge, I can't make you do anything. I can show you some tools to use to help you do everything that we intend to do. And that once they have choices and understand the power in that, it's a wonderful thing. It sets the stage and the tone for them to receive so much more, and for me to learn from them.
Ashe. Mama Hep.
Greetings. I just wanted to add, I would play the Tibetan bowls, the Tibetan singing bowls on the projector speakers in classrooms, and it would be very, very low. And I would hear students like, what the hell is that sound? But playing them, they automatically would lower their voices and calm down. And it's absolutely wonderfully magic what happens when you play those bowls. And I got my first baby from Baba Ray.
Who's here now? He has
my little baby. This is my little baby.
That's beautiful.
I forgot what I think it might be F or G. I'm not sure. I can't remember. One of those. But yeah, so I got my first bowl from Edwanna and Ray, and they are one of my couple crushes, and I love them both dearly. Me and Edwanna work closely together with Mama Tanae at the House of Bastet. Yes, so yeah. And we've danced together as well.
Oh, phenomenal dancer she is. That's so Baba Ray is on the sidelines, lady. He's wanting to know if he can join us.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll come over there. Happy belated birthday.
Whose birthday?
Your
Happy belated.
That Taurus is over there with you guys.
February, right?
That's belated.
That's belated. That's real belated. I'll be 70 on the next one. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna
I was 70 on this one.
Oh well, great.
I was 70 on this one, and it is fabulous, believe me.
Yes, awesome. We all should just come together and do something for the children, for the youth, as a conference, a family. I like dealing with the whole family and with some specific things for our children, because as Edwanna has said, I love when you said that they letting them know that you have the choice. I'm going to show you the tools. I'm going to give you the tools that when whatever situation that you're in, there's something that you can reach back and pull yourself up out of that, walk out of it, or run out of it, but that they're just not at the whim of whatever is happening, that they get to create that. They get to create how they want life to be, and if it doesn't show up immediately, like we say, it is a process, and that these children need to know that, and the families need to know that, and mama need to know that. I want to share this one thing, is that when I was in California, I went to see Edwanna, and this was amazing to me, because she said that she never yells at the grandchildren and stuff. She never yells. She never raises her voice above a certain point, so that they have to come down to hear her. I was like,
I've seen it. It's masterful.
Yeah.
It's masterful.
That works with adults as well.
Yeah.
I speak loudly. My voice carries. And sometimes in that situation, depending on who I'm speaking with, I can almost sound offensive. And so what I had to learn, especially talking to my wife, who speaks low herself, and I have to understand that my power, the masculine power, feminine power is so awesome, but it's quiet. It's always there. Men, we have a tendency to talk loud, especially when we get excited or emotional. I've learned that if I speak lower, I can get more attention paid to me by my wife and what I'm actually saying versus what I'm actually look like I'm saying. So as far as adults go, that works for me very well, particularly in the stressful times that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
I heard someone, I think it was someone asked about which frequency or which note do you know to play?
Yeah, it was Lolly.
Sometimes, depending on what it is, I'll bring a combination of bowls. I might bring the heart, I might bring the throat, and I might bring the root, and play them in concert depending on what it is I'm trying to affect. But even if you're just playing one bowl, it's going to unlock the chakras that it's intended to for everybody that's there. So again, just in playing organically, something will just come to you and give you that inspiration to play louder, play softer, play more rhythmic, or just be still and let the bowl sing after you strike it. And one of the things that I've learned, particularly, my mom passed first day of spring a year ago. And I was playing the handle bowl, and I was playing it in front of a fire. So I had all the elements. I had earth, I had wind, I had fire, and I had sound. And I was playing the bowl so intently, it exploded in my hand.
Ooh, wow.
And the intensity of my emotion and the concentration that I was giving in the prayer and affirmations that I was saying at the time, I didn't realize how long I had been revolving around this bowl, to the degree that the power that was around it, it just exploded. I did that. I did it again at Kenny's. And again, it can bring you in, because one of the things in bowls, if I strike the bowl, and I tell you, particularly a brass bowl, I strike this because there's 7 metals in here. I'll say, listen to the note or the tone that gets your attention, and listen to it all the way to silence. You'll be amazed how all that traffic that you have going on in your head ceases to be. So when you're talking about children, if you can get them to understand and teach them how to meditate, draw upon the imaginations that we all have, and learn for them to recognize your imagination is your creativity. The bowls help with that. Then I'm gonna be quiet because I didn't come in there to take over all ladies.
No,
bring your camera down so we can see all.
What I'm attempting to do is to lift the bowls.
Oh,
so
this was the bowl. This is a brass bowl.
Meaning to put the bowls up higher.
Okay.
And so I may have erred with the tall shift, but what I'd like to do, what can you do to assist me so that they can see the bowls? I'll put the camera back down. Okay, so pardon me, ladies. And what I'm attempting to do is to have the bowls up where they can be seen. So what can we do with that?
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to follow your lead, because you know what you want them to see.
Well, they want to see bowls.
Okay.
That's what I want them to see.
All right.
While they're being played.
While they're being played.
I moved and they saw the movement, but they didn't know
Where's
what.
right?
Which one?
Crystal.
Can you set your the camera back further?
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. I needed that.
Do you have recordings that can be listened to?
Yes, we do. Kenny, we just record. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Kenny is my partner. We call Elegant Energies. Our company is called Integrated Energies because all of our energies integrate. We are the resources this world is made of. So to answer your question, we do have some recordings. We have to get them into your hands because they're not necessarily published, but we do have them. And Kenny, what he does when we finish playing, because we're just coming together and organically we begin. And whatever sounds come from us through these bowls and our instruments, that's what you get. So Sheila, maybe we can find a way, Kenny, to get you some recordings so that you guys can share them, because they are very interesting.
Yeah. Let's give them a real quick snippet. So
let me have this bowl. Indigo is your third eye. Red is C, that's the note, and that's your root. Big one that I have behind me, this is your sacral, your creativity. I'll set it here.
Wow.
Solar plexus. Yellow.
Yes.
Up there. All right.
The heart.
I'm just gonna strike that one. I'm not gonna try to play. Let him sing. Really let go on that shit. Let him say. So now I just touched your solar plexus, your heart, sacral, your root, and your third eye.
And your third eye. Mm.
Wow.
Mm.
So you're basically, go ahead, Danny.
I just want to, can you lift up the heart chakra, the green one?
Yes.
Ooh, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Normally, when we're playing, I start off with the heart because I want to open your heart to receive all of the cleansing and the balancing and the love and energy that flows through me, through the bowls, to wherever you need it to touch you.
So it's really you're spirit led as to which one you're going to do.
Yeah. And to have the incorporation or the integration of other instruments, saxophone, when we have Raphael playing with us, and you need individuals not just to be musicians, but be sensitive to frequencies and the medicinal properties, the empowering properties of sound. And so when you're playing organically, we sit down and we don't rehearse, because what you're getting from us that energy right then. You know, and it changes, and it's amazing how she was watching us the other day. She was playing with us. She's part of the group too. We call her the Gone Girl. But she also plays the finger drums. And the thing about it is, it's almost without fail, we'll all just stop or lower. It just seems like at some point in time, we all just become one, and without speaking, just the different sounds and tempos that each one of us are playing, at some point we just come into a concert, a harmony. And then because I was listening to what we played, I said, is that us?
Yeah.
So yeah, and again, like with the brass bowls, you can take that if you had a migraine and put it on your head.
Oh.
And tap it.
Wow. All right.
Yours is a little tight, but yeah, but you can still hold it with your finger, yeah. And tap it.
So
take your thumb off, just hold it with one finger to balance it. And let it vibrate. Just tap it lightly. You might not be able to do it with such a small bowl.
Right. If I turn it up, I can do it.
Okay, you're Danny, when you got all your fingers, just hold one. You just want to hold it and balance it.
Just one finger.
There I go.
There you are. I hear it.
Now I'm inside of a dome, so to speak.
Right, yeah.
So when I tap this, again, I'm listening until you hear no sound.
So it's both the sound and the vibration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can take a brass bowl, fill it with warm or hot water, put a towel up under it, and lay it on your stomach or on your shoulder, depending on the size of the bowl. Strike it, and the vibration and the energy and the chakras that it's touching, it heals or treats that part of your anatomy. So there's, I mean, it's as I'm learning by playing them and how to care for them and what have you, they become a part of me. And the anointing that all of us have. You know, anyone can pick up these bowls, but the anointing that you have is what's going to flow from that. And the intent of your heart is what's going to be transmitted. And after a while, it's no longer you. You're just the individual who's being led to touch this bowl, that bowl, or that bowl. And looking out, most of the time my eyes are closed, but if I look out and I can see the different, what's the word you use, continents on someone's face or how their body is reacting. I remember when we played a place called Evans Creek Lodge. And when we finished, we went around a little area where because we had to have people sitting in different places. We came around, this woman was doing a yoga headstand and said, shh, I'm not done yet. That tripped us out. So she was still feeling the energy that was produced through us. You know, I take no claim to anything other than the fact of just being open to whatever I'm led to do at that time.
Yes.
So,
Deetra has a question or comment.
Okay.
Deetra?
First of all, I want to thank you for sharing and playing. Thank you. Even when Sister Edwanna played earlier, you know, when playing the bowls for me, I was able to come to the present moment. You know, everything around me was almost non-existent. So I was at one with what was being heard. And I want to thank you for giving me that moment. And even when you played, it happened again where everything else was non-existent for me. So thank you so much. And it was beautiful. I'm interested in going and buy me, you know, a bowl and creating a daily routine for my husband and I with the bowls too.
Amen. It's so connected. It's connected. I am a licensed massage therapist as well. And they asked me to sub in a class, dental class. Now I'm not a dentist. They just wanted somebody to sit there and basically babysit these young people. And so I brought in some sounds that I use when I'm giving a massage. And I put it on very quietly. I just put it on. I didn't sit, you know, and I went on back to the desk and was doing whatever I was doing. And one young lady said, what, like you said, what is that sound? So I explained to her, I said, this is what I have as a part of my environment when I'm giving someone a service. And one young lady said, I haven't worked like this since I've been in the class. So at that point I shared, I'm saying, well, if you take this sound and play it in your home, don't tell anybody that you just put it on and let it permeate throughout your environment. You'll be amazed at the productivity of everybody and how everyone, to include your animals, are affected and how it affects your household. And it brings into a synergy, if you will, of positivity, of positive energy and productivity that people don't even realize they're doing it. But at that point, like the young lady just said, you get to a point where nothing else except what you're doing exists. And your concentration is there because all of a sudden this sound, this vibration, this frequency that's being played takes you there. And it's not something that you consciously do, it's just something that's consciously done or unconsciously done. So that's the one thing about these bowls that I enjoy, that it touches everybody in their own personal way. And the only thing I have to do with it is just present it, you know.
Wow. Danny?
Yes, I thank you both so much for sharing with us today. I've had the opportunity of being with Ivy Hilton as she does what she does in these crystal bowls. And so I'm asking, do you have a place? I know Mama Heather says she got her bowls from you. Can we purchase them? Can we, how do we get started? You know, I got a little baby bowl here, but I've always loved the crystal bowls. So yeah, how do we start creating
there's several different, there's Gongs Unlimited is one place. Gongs Unlimited, because that's where we got the gong from. There are different, like I'll go on Etsy, I'll go on you, but I also have a person here where I got Hepspo. The young lady, she was my massage therapy instructor, my mentor. She became my sister. And she brought the little bowl that Hep had, she brought that to the loft that we lived in. And I had never dealt with any bowls. So I'm in the back of the loft and they're up in the front. So she's playing this. And the next thing I know, I'm waking up several hours later.
Who was your instructor?
Her name was Anita Norwood.
Wow, awesome, awesome.
And so that was, I can go through her once I know which size you want. For instance, I think this is 14 and this is an 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So in crystals, you're only going to get maybe, I think 6 to 8 inches is going to be your smallest, and they can go up to 20 inches.
I've seen them huge. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, you're going from to.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Just exchange information in any way that I can assist you in that. And we're hoping, because my wife made sure that when the house that we're in now right now has a she shed. And I asked her, can I come in there sometime? Sometime, you know.
Do you travel?
So
do you travel?
I didn't understand you. Do I travel? Yes. Yes. Yes.
So we'd like to do a studio for lessons and so we're in that process.
So yeah. Like I said, we're talking with I will be talking with the chef over at Marygrove College so that we can have something within the community that people can come to. There's parking, there's space for the conditions that we live in, COVID and what have you, and something that we can do on a regular basis.
Yes.
Do you travel state to state? Like, would you travel to Indianapolis?
Yeah, Indianapolis, just up 75 to 70 go across.
Every September, we have our African Yoga Fest. And I'll be looking for folks like you to educate, to spread your energy and your love. September 24th, if I can get information from you, I would sure like to invite you.
And we would love to come, but we're going to be in Chicago on the 24th.
That's okay. I got you next year.
Next year or spontaneous, because we're looking to expand our reach. I was in Texas. Like I said, my mom passed and we're from Texas, so we buried her there. So when I went home, I took my bowls and I went out to a grave site and I set up. And after I cried and she talked to me and said, listen, this said rest in peace. I can't do that with all that crying you're doing. So in fact, this bowl has some of the soil from her where she laid the best.
Yeah.
So I energized because she was the first musician that I knew. My mother played the piano and sang. So I went down and then my brothers and sisters went down on our anniversary. So I played the bowls there, and a lot of them didn't know that I played the bowls or what the bowls were. So since then, 2 or 3 of them have got their own bowls and what have you. So I say all that to say that I'll do whatever I can, you know, and we're looking forward to traveling.
Absolutely.
We're looking forward to spreading. So yeah, I mean, let's make whatever we need to happen because we're one community.
Yeah, Ashe.
Like I said, just see it before. If all of us had a bowl and we had the bowl, like for instance, my aura, if you will, or my note is the heart. Sheila's yours might be the throat or the third eye or the crown. But if you can imagine that if all of us, like they say, one to put 1,000 to flight, 2 will put 10,000. So can you imagine what we would do for our environments, particularly, but our community at large? Because this sound travels to wherever you intend it to go. So that's just my thought.
Yeah.
How do you know what bowl resonates with you? How do you know?
You'll feel it. And I say, what do you feel? That's the beauty of us all being so unique. We're all different, and yet we're the same. Whereas I might pick up and I might play the heart, and that just doesn't feel well. But then I'll strike the sacral, and it's like, wow, you might have some things going on in your sacral area, which is our reproductive, our creative areas, you know. and you'll feel a relief, or you'll feel whatever the feeling that is germane to you in that. And from that, that's where you'll take it from. I might be strike the heart, and Sheila might have some situations going on emotionally, and the heart will resonate with her. And those are the things that your spirit will pick up. And if you're listening spiritually, you'll know what it's feeling. And that way, that's what I mean when I say listen to it until silence, until it dissipates, and you'll be amazed at how much concentration and intent that you'll have in your own spirit. And when you know what it's supposed to be doing, now you can take it like an ointment and just apply it to yourself.
Like an ointment.
Yeah, I love that analogy.
Did I say something good?
That's a wonderful analogy. Yes. Ooh, like there's a balm in Gilead. Yes. Hey.
Juanita, you had something to share or ask?
I do, and I want to thank you so very much for being with us. I want to thank you guys for bringing them to us. And let me just share that my grandsons are here from Texas for another week or so, and we were at the IAM's social club, and we have a gong there. And my 9-year-old grandson asked me about the gong, and I guess he wanted to know how long we had it, and I asked some of the older members, and it was just used for shows, like when we would do our GI shows. But when he brought the question up, it made me think, and I said it out loud to everybody in the room. I said, okay, now we owe ourselves a gong event, not knowing that this encounter was coming forth. And so now I'm trying to think of what we could do at the IAM's social club with you guys. I need to know what your fee is. I don't know. Our social club, it started out as a supper club. We used to have jam sessions. There are musicians in the city who used to come for our jam sessions. And I'm feeling like, okay, we need a sound bowl session, sound bowl jam session, or I don't know how to put it, but not just to perform, but also to educate us. I have no idea how many people would come, but I would need to know your availability and your cost, and have some conversation about how we could structure that event. I wish we could do something while my grandsons are still here. They'll be here probably until just a few days after Creators Day, because that's usually when they go back home. And then there's some others here from out of town who'll be here till after Creators Day. So for our young folks to get it, I don't know. I need to know your availability in the near term. And then,
let me say this, Edwanna, do you mind if we put your phone number in the chat, and so you ladies just contact her for detailed kind of thing, and share what you need from them, and then we'll go from that instead of having that conversation here.
We're in the process of organizing, if you will, reorganizing from where we were. So a lot of those things we'll be able to have in print or on a website where you can go to it. But so you ladies are part of a group now. So the conversation back and forth, get with Edwanna. And because what it's interesting that you should say musicians, because Kenny is trying to incorporate or touch.
We're gonna get.
You gotta do some push-ups, bro. Bobby, you gotta do some push-ups now.
He should look at you. Say what?
We can't tell you what you said.
I got a question. I don't know if I missed it or not, but as healers, what started this passion?
Well, for me, it started long before the singing bowls. The first time I realized that I was operating in healing was when I was perhaps 3 years old, and my grandmother had come to visit, and she was wrongly imprisoned in the state mental hospital. And she would lay in the bed with her feet exposed. And it started out, the kids were playing, they were putting heat on her feet and running. but I realized something just clicked within me. I put my hands on the radiator and cup them, and I go to the feet and I hold it until I could not feel any more heat. And I would continue. And at first, she thought I was playing, but I was serious. And she kind of kicked. And then after a while, her body just relaxed. And when I felt her breathing shift, I covered her feet and left. So as time went on, I got into the word, God's word, and then into dance. And it was just an evolutionary process. And then you just find yourself connected with people somehow who have similar spirits. And music was always an integral part of our household. And I recognized how I shifted with sound. So just
so it was like a domino effect.
Yes.
One thing led to another.
One thing led to another.
Yes. Yes.
And for me, it's kind of interesting that she said grandmother, because my grandmother had a book that had the picture of feet on it with all of the parts of the body, the stomach, the lung. You know, you're talking back in the 80s, early 80s. And I just happened to, I got a bunch of books. Don't necessarily read them all. I got some I didn't have for years. I still got to read, but I got. So I'm looking at this book, and I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it. My grandmother got cancer, and so my mom, we went and picked her up in Texas, brought her back up here, and she was laying in the bed one day, and I've always had hands that always bother people's stuff. So I've always been a touchy kind of an individual, right? So I'm at the foot of her bed, and she was kind of complaining about her stomach was hurting. So I just started rubbing her feet. You know, I wouldn't, no particular pattern, but then I hit this one spot, and she said, "Ooh, right there." Mm-hmm. So I started just applying pressure in no particular, you know, I just kept doing whatever I was led to do at that point. Later, I found out that I was performing reflexology.
Yeah, see? Mm-hmm.
So then I had a nephew who couldn't, I mean, his attention span was just gone. He ends up in a class for massage. And so now I'm going from a career as a personal shopper in Marshall Fields. I'm putting clothes on sick people because they look good, but they're sick. You know what I mean? So and then Macy's came and bought them out, and all my clients said, I don't wear that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I'm looking for something to do that no matter where I go, I can make a living. I can be a gift to the community, and I can work anywhere in the world. So I'm saying, well, let me try massage. So anyway, I go to class with him one day, and then the rest was history. And then his particular instructor was into energy. She was into herbs. So she was into a whole lot of other things you associate along with massage. I said, well, I got to be in her class. So I went into her class and so forth, and that's Anita Norwood. And so I began to understand the energy that I have in my hands. And that's kind of like how I go and lay hands on people. I was in Texas and the woman was having some seizures. I didn't know the lady, but my dad did. And so she started, I said, can I just put my hands on you? White woman too, you know, you're in Texas and white, oh. So he looking at me like, boy, we're going to jail. So I did, I laid my hands on her and she began to relax. And she said, I haven't been able to, she called my dad and said, I hadn't been able to sleep in quite some time. And when your son did that, I was able to sleep through the whole night. And she's since contacted me and said, when you coming back? He's got some individuals down there in the facility he lives in, they're seniors. Healthcare is very, very expensive. A lot of them don't have it. So they said, well, if you can provide us with some kind of relief through what you do, we would greatly appreciate it. So it's kind of, I mean, I come from an old family. My folks, 104, and they all had gardens and they all did holistic healing. You know, again, you're talking about East Austin, Texas, go to the hospital, you're subject to die if you're in there, you're Black. So a lot of that healing from all them old folks, Indians and what have you, that was what I grew up around. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to it until I got to be an adult, an old adult at that, but here I am.
That's right. That's right. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. Deetra?
Okay, greetings. I was looking up the different bowls, crystal bowls, and I saw that you can also get crystal healing stones that you can put in the bowl. I was wondering, is that effective as well?
It can be. I mean, again, it's what you infuse your bowl and your instruments with, the energy that you sage them, frankincense. I'll put that inside of the bowls, or I'll smoke the bowls, if you will.
Also, energize stones and create jewelry, such as the pieces that he's wearing.
Yeah, all of this. So she made all of this.
Healing stones, gemstones, and that is very impactful. I love doing that and sharing that.
Just like a crystal bath.
We need to talk.
Okay,
I want
thank
you to infuse my jewelry with. I would love. Yes, I make jewelry too.
My number. Feel free to give me a call.
Yeah.
I will.
Like I was saying about this she share, we would love to have you guys. Am I talking to? I have to check. Sometimes I get. I'm a man. You know how we do.
That's right. You got to check with the queen. You got to check with the queen.
Yeah. And I'm sitting in the midst of a whole group of them. We have a big backyard out here that's conducive to that kind of outdoor activity, as well as the she shed, which was the intent. We're on a half an acre out here, so there's plenty of room. But I know that was part of her vision, and then her jewelry is out there. So get with this queen; she can tell you what's going on.
I want to ask you about the glasses, where they take glasses and they put water in it, and it creates these different sounds. Just glass.
Yeah.
And they put water at different levels in that. Have you ever experienced that, done that, or you know anything about that, how that works?
I don't know about that, but I'll check into it. But what I can tell you about this bowl, you can put water in this bowl, and as you go around the bowl, water's in it.
Water will vibrate.
It'll vibrate, and the water will start.
Wow.
And again, you put that on. Let's say you have your stomach ailment. You put it on your stomach, and that vibration it goes through your body and touches your cells. Your whole essence is affected by that. So I'll look into that. But that's interesting. But I have seen the bowl and the water actually coming up out of the bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've seen demonstrations and where they have all this glass with the water, and they just make music with that.
And it's like, okay, that's all this is glass. And that they have, whatever the process is to make this, but this is that's what this is, water and glass. Yeah. And then they tune them to the different notes and frequencies that they are. And in looking for your bowls, again, you can get what Edwanna before you do, and we can see how we can help you with that. You want to get a bowl that's tuned to the frequency of 432. A lot of bowls are 440. You want 432. I think that's the frequency of the earth. Because the 528 is frequency of love, 432. Yeah, but you want it tuned to that because your body is tuned to 432. All musicians will know that. That's those bowls that we're playing in that frequency of 432.
Wow.
Awesome. Ooh, I'm excited. Look, but Mama Heather, look, we can take our 2 bowls over there on September 24th. Mama Howard, we gonna bring our bowls. We gonna bring your bowls.
Bring your bowls. Bring.
See, there we go. We can just ride on down.
Get with Edwanna and give her that information so that we can see exactly, because we're in a sort of a standby. We do have an engagement there, but the 24th of September, a lot of different things can happen, because we also, Sheila, at Evans Creek Lodge on the 10th, we're going to be performing there. It's our event that we're putting on. It's in Southfield, off between 9 and 10 Mile Road, right across the street from that People's Credit Union and the Southfield High School. We're right. It's a cabin. and we'll probably be outside. So we'll definitely let you know. But that's
beautiful.
September the 3rd. Well, the 24th. Now we got Chicago, Indianapolis, and there. So it's just we got to see what's going on. But then after that, I think it's the weekend of the 8th in October. So we're gonna be like 4 different times. Yeah, we put a flyer together and get it to you guys.
Okay.
And then, as I said, but yeah, if you got something going on, have bowls will travel.
Have bowls will travel. In your massage therapy sessions, do you lay the bowls on your client?
I have.
I was just wondering if if they're supine and you lay them, or even prone, if you lay them on and lightly strike it.
You lightly strike it and again, it's the same thing. You let the bowl reverberate or vibrate, because in this vibration, and as you want to tell the person to concentrate, even before I lay hands, I get an agreement with you where 2 or more gather together as to touching anything. So we want to agree that what we're doing is going to affect you in the way that it needs to affect you, that you need it to affect you, to deal, bringing your dis-ease to ease. So we're touch and agree before I even touch you. Because again, I am a vessel and I want to have your permission.
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. I always tell my clients that I am just a facilitator of your healing. Mm-hmm. Yes. I want to tell you something funny. It's funny now, but at the time it wasn't funny. I was doing my meditation. I was near my laptop and I struck my bowl, and that frequency hit my laptop, that it started beeping, beeping, beeping. It started flashing and it shut it down. That's how powerful the bowl was.
Now understand, all these cell towers that we have going around us, these 5G towers, that's what they're based on. And that's why you see these individuals driving like they lost their mind and all these different things going on. What do you need to combat that, overcome that? You need bowls. You need a frequency that's going to counteract and dissipate that. That's why I say every home needs this. They need bowls. They need to have positive frequencies going forward.
Yeah, that's that 5G you gotta work against.
So again, I mean, they can dissipate a whole crowd, and you don't know it using sound. So you're absolutely correct.
Yeah. Now, Wheelie?
Yes, good day, everyone. I wanted to chime in on using the bowls during therapy. I'm here in Cali, and my massage therapist here in Los Angeles, at one point about a year and a half ago, just was moved and guided to put the bowls all the way down as I was on my back and play them. And immediately I felt like my whole body, everything resonated to the sound and the vibration of those bowls. And then again, she did them on my back, and incredible. It is, I think everyone should experience that, because there is a frequency, like you say, to everyone's body, to every cell. And it's amazing the healing work, I believe, that could be done in that way.
Now, that healing, you use brass, because again, being
it was brass.
It's brass.
Yeah,
and again,
brass.
Yeah, and you got those 7 metals that are incorporated into every bowl. And again, that's why you have a high and a low. You might hear the low and you concentrate on that and you focus on that. And as you're trying to incorporate a thought that you're trying, let's say you have something that you want done and you want to concentrate on that. Well, the bowl helps you when you hear that, and you hear whatever note, if it's high, if it's in the middle, if it's low, you're listening to the end, but you purpose your thought for whatever it is that you're intending to have happen for you. And you'll find out all of those distractions that come along with thought are no longer there. Like the young lady said, his sister said, nothing else existed. But now that's where you can now purpose your thought as to whatever you want done or whatever it's intended. Okay, I get my little tap. Okay, you stop now. Okay, baby.
That's passion. That's
what a beautiful balance. Yes.
Edwina, tell him about that word. He owe about 30 push-ups.
Okay, I'm already on that. Yes.
You're supposed to give me.
You're supposed to prep me before, right?
Yeah.
This has been beautiful. Any of your other sisters have some questions or comments?
I need a bowl right now. I need a bowl.
I know.
Because I'm starting the process with the house. Things are happening, and I need to concentrate and focus on. Yeah, I need a bowl right now. Where can I get one right now?
That's great. But let me also tell you what Edwanna just did for a sister of hers who's just transitioned. And I came in on it the tail end, but I was blessed to be able to provide with my energy as well before she transitioned. We did it over the phone. Edwanna was giving her gong baths, and I was in the other room packing up some boxes, and I picked up the bowl and I started playing. And then I just started walking towards Edwanna where she was in the house. And then so she had the bowl and the gong, and we played until she went to sleep. So again, you just need it, call.
Oh, okay.
Till you get your just call.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just saying that I think that would be really good if we could go places where tragedy has happened or where people have passed away and play those bowls. I think that would really help. You know, maybe on your block, you know, at the crossroads on the block and play them so we can get some happening.
Yes. I was asked to, I'm sorry.
I understand that was good stuff right there. Go ahead, Edwanna.
Well, I was going to say that I was asked to dance this particular sister and at her memorial, and of course I will if necessary, but I thought that one of the best ways to honor her is through sharing the energy that helped her make it through, which was the gong and the bowls. So it's something that's surely needed. And we talked about a lot of things, but through transition and shifting for those that are still here on this plane, it helps. It helps to shift the atmosphere.
Now, really?
Excuse me. I was going to say, after Nipsey Hussle here in Los Angeles was murdered, all the Black yoga teachers, we got together, some of the other healers, and at my spiritual center, we brought in the gongs, the crystal bowls. We did like 3 hours straight of a sound healing bath and just invited the whole community out. And yeah.
And that's the vision that I've had, is the fact that like the program that Sheila graciously invited us to be a part of, that was one of the things I would visualize, that if everybody had a bowl and just a certain time of the day, like they did at the Walls of Jericho, we just play.
Oh, yes.
Just play. For the planet. For Mother Earth, we just play because we're all a part of that same resource. Just that time of the day, we all play with the intent that what all these demons call themselves doing, they have no effect and no power. Claiming our children, claiming our men. You know, I mean, that was my vision of mine.
Well, it sounds like that should come to fruition. That sounds
Yes.
That's purpose.
And as I said, this is a season feminine energy is at it's at its highest. So as with everything, they say woman came from man's rib. I might want to differ on that one. But just looking at nature, this is something that could be universally or cosmically effective, more than what you could ever say.
Yeah.
Because
sounds like an Elizabeth gift event to me.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I'm
in.
Pick a date and send it out there. It reminds me of what what Star was sharing with us, that at one point the women will cry out in some different ways. Spirit will tell them what that way is at that particular time, and that the female energy of the world. Of course, we're talking about everybody. But that is so powerful, because I hear people saying we're fighting against this. We're fighting. You get nothing accomplished.
Fighting.
You're fighting, so we're at odds. But if we come with peace
and integrate.
Yeah. Yes.
That was my whole name, integrated energy.
Integrate.
And again, what does the word say? You don't fight the devil, you resist him by understanding what he is and who he is.
Yeah. Just turn away.
Turn away. But this is a powerful, like you say, you think about sound. And I'm gonna be quick. The 20th chapter of Kings, I believe it is. But anyway, Jehoshaphat was a king. These three armies that in previous stories, God told them, don't destroy these people. Well, these people came back, and Jehoshaphat called all the people together. And they said, well, you know what? This is what's about to happen to us. Jehoshaphat cried out and said, Lord, we are feared. These people that you told us not to destroy, they're here to destroy us. God, through a person, came and said, the battle is not yours. It's mine. Go down to where they are tomorrow and just go. Well, they sent in front of the army the band. All the musicians were in front of the army. And while they were playing on their way down to where this army was, the angel of God went down and stirred up confusion among the armies, and they ended up killing themselves, all of them. So when the children of God got there, all they had to do was pick up. It took them 3 days to pick up all of the loot and spoils that were left. So you think about the word, you think about how often music, instruments, and musicians were in everything that they did. It's no different for us today.
We've just forgotten.
We just forgot
the power in it.
Yeah.
We've got to share it. We've got to share it and teach it.
Wow. This has been amazing today. It's 10 o'clock. Oh, yes. My goodness gracious alive.
Woo. Powerful.
I told Edwanna, I said, we ready, girl. We ready for you. We're just excited. And it's been such a pleasure. And I've learned, I'm sure all of us have learned so much. And we invite you back again. We'll talk. Next month in August is Creativity Month. And we are setting our intentions with our oath of manifestation. And for 40 days, we invite you to come in and join us for 40 days starting August 1st, where you are creating your oath of manifestation physically in your book or whatever you use. And then in 40 days, we're going to see what happened. There's certain words we are not going to ever say again. Edwanna's going to have to, you have to write it or something, or play that game, play the game of, what is it, man or something, right? And but they can't say the word when they get there. They gotta like, T, is there a G in it? And stuff.
No, you just let them know when they say it, and they'll figure it out themselves.
Yeah,
that's the process.
Yeah. You're right.
Well,
right. Follow that. So
I'm gonna grin and nod like my wife told me.
That's safe.
So as we close today, Lolly, you have some last words, and then Danny. No, I'm gonna let Danny close it out.
I just want to say thank you for allowing me to share time with Queens. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Ashe.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
People work together. Couples work together. That's
beautiful.
Yeah. Lolly.
Thank you.
Yes. I mentioned earlier in the chat, I love seeing couples work together, especially with a common goal. So I appreciate you and your partnership, and please continue what you're doing. Thanks for coming out. Also, all the ladies who are on, this was so lovely. And I think for me, what was taken away is, even if I don't have a singing bowl with me, sound and vibration is so important. And so if we can just take a moment, no matter where we are, I don't care if you have to hit a table, that intention that you're going to put behind it to really get yourself back into peace, back centered is so important. So really I would just, for me, I'm going to today, and if you would like to, I'm going to take everything that I learned today and really put it into my life and find my center, my gravity, my peace, and allow sound and vibration to have a positive influence on my day. So I hope you all are able to do that as well. And that is all.
This is Sister Yaba, Mama Yaba, and I want to say I came in late, but I play the guitar and I love the minor keys. I love the minor tones, E flat minor, A flat minor, all those tones. And I really appreciate this, and I'm looking forward to hopefully see you all in person one day.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Ooh, awesome. This was absolutely awesome. We started out praising God when we opened up this session, and I swear to God, God came in here and does what God does best. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for showing us all the different expressions of your divine representation of who you are in us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just filled with gratitude right now. I don't know about you, but I'm just filled with gratitude. I've been lifting up out this chair ever since we started. And I thank you for the souls known as Edwanna and Ray. Baba Ray, thank you. Thank you for your sharing. Thank you for answering to the call of who God is in you and sharing it with us. And we look forward to more sharings in the future. For all that God has done, for all that she's doing in this right now moment, and for all the blessings that we have yet to see, we give thanks and ashe and amen.
Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Yes.
Ashe.
All right. Come on, Queen Aduni.
Did you guys get a chance to see that deer run past the camera?
On that note.
Who said something?
I said on that note.
I was saying, did you guys get a chance to see the baby deer run past the camera?
No.
Oh my goodness. I had the camera pointed at it. It was right in front of us. It walked past me. But anyway,
we might have been in prayer, Lily.
We was in prayer.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll take that beautiful picture of it as we hug ourselves and give ourselves some love.
Yes, love
the world.
I give y'all one.
Yay.
Have
All
a
right.
Have a blessed weekend.
Yes.
God bless you all. Thank you for all the love.
All right.
Have a wonderful day.
What'd you say?
I said, tell her to call us about her grandson. She said they're going to be here for a while. I don't know what the days will bring, but we can see.
That ain't a duck. Whatever bird that is, that's some kind of fishing bird because he got a sharp beak.
Yeah, it does.
When they had them sharp beaks, it's usually either to hit the fish and stick them or to hit them and knock them out. And then they open their mouth and they swallow whole.
Yep.
Bye.
Oh, wait a minute.
You got.
All right. Love you guys. Have a great day.
Love you too.
Listen, me too. And I gotta get home now. Hurry up, dude. I gotta go and come back.